What's good, my friend? Abram Gonzalez here, wanting to let you know that you don't have to reinvent the wheel in order to have the success that you deserve and that you desire. Reason that I know this is because last week I went climbing one of Colorado's highest peaks, Mount Democrat, Cameron, Lincoln, and Bros. There's actually four of them together. Call them 14ers because they're 14,000 feet and higher. But I was out there with a friend of mine named Taylor, and the entire peak was covered in snow, if you can imagine it. And as we made our way up thousands of vertical feet, the air got thinner, we got more and more tired, the sun came out, and as the sun came out, it started to melt the snow. And so what happens is this, I guess you'd call it phenomenon, but it's not really a phenomenon, it's pretty obvious. Whenever the sun starts to melt the snow, something happens called post-holing. And when you post-hole, it just means that when you take a step and that your feet go all the way down into the snow. Because before that, when the snow doesn't come out, or the sun doesn't come out, and it's still cold outside, it's kind of like ice, and you can just walk across the top. Well, when you start post-holing, you actually fall into the snow. And so it makes it a lot more difficult, especially when you don't have snowshoes. But the reason that I'm telling you this is because most of the time, you sink in just a little bit into the snow as you manage to make your way up the peak. Some of the areas were like 35-degree angles, and my buddy Taylor is training to, go into the Navy, I think it is. At the end of the summer, in October, he gets deployed, and so he's been doing 5-mile runs and swims and all this other stuff, and it's like, I haven't even moved my ass in like months. I mean, really. Not like the kind of shape that I used to be when I was in Taekwondo and stuff. And what I noticed was really interesting. The tendency that even though Taylor was up ahead of me and I could see him up there and he'd already gone, I could also see his footsteps too, right? Every single spot that he took a step to make his way up to where he is now. And I found myself wanting to get off of the track and go up my own way. But what was so much easier was actually going into his footsteps and making my way up through everywhere that he had gone. And it got me to thinking that so many people think that in order to have, successful business or be successful no matter what they're doing, that they have to, for some reason, reinvent the entire wheel and do something totally different than anybody else. But here's the thing. You are already different than everyone else. You don't have to try to, be different and do something different to be different, because you just are. Right? So the thing that I noticed was that even though Taylor had already blazed the trail, he made it a lot easier for me, first of all. But second of all, I had my own unique, specific experience as I made my way up, following in his footsteps. So to say that I wasn't doing anything new wouldn't be true, and it wouldn't be entirely accurate, because I was having my own experience the whole way up. And again, that just made me think that there ain't nothing wrong with following in somebody else's shoes and doing the things that already work if they're already going somewhere that you want to go. So that's my tip for the day, is it's okay to follow in somebody else's shoes, because it might make your life a heck of a lot easier. And there's no reason to worry about being unique and trying to do something different just to differentiate yourself from the marketplace or whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, because you're already different. You don't have to try that hard just to be you. So stop trying, start being you, follow people's footsteps if you want to go where they're going, and I promise you, it'll be an easier road to the top. Because that's what I did, and I got to the top with far more ease than had I been going by myself and blazing my own trail. And that's what I invite you to do, is to come with me and anyone else that you see as a light in your life. Follow in their footsteps. See what happens. I'm blazing trails for you. You can come along if you'd like, and I'll catch you for tomorrow's video. Who knows what we'll talk about. See you later.